Before we begin, please imagine the bell notification is on and you're subscribed to Huna Stories. My father's retirement dinner was meant to be a celebration. Decades of service, years of sacrifice, a room full of colleagues, friends, and family gathered to honor his career. I arrived quietly, as I always did. I wasn't in uniform anymore. I wasn't carrying a title people recognized, just a simple suit. My wife beside me, her hand steady in mine. From the moment we sat down, I could feel it. The distance, the judgment. Some of my father's colleagues remembered me from years ago when I left the service early, when my path didn't look impressive on paper. Whispers floated across the table. Questions that weren't really questions. What does he do now? Didn't he waste his training? I said nothing. The dinner progressed. Speeches were made, stories were told. My father smiled, but there was tension behind it. He avoided my eyes. Then, unexpectedly, he stood up again. He cleared his throat. "There are some people here," he said carefully, "who don't really belong at this table tonight." The room went quiet. My chest tightened. He continued, "I think it's best if those who aren't part of this chapter step outside." He looked directly at me. I felt the heat rise in my face, but I didn't move. Before I could speak, my father added, "Please, just for tonight." I stood up, not angry, not embarrassed. My wife stood with me. As we turned toward the exit, a voice cut through the silence. "Excuse me," she said. Every head turned. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't rush. She walked to the front of the room and faced the guests and my father. "I wasn't planning to speak tonight," she said calmly, "but I think there's something important being overlooked." My father frowned. She continued, "You're honoring a man who devoted his life to service, discipline, responsibility." She paused. "And yet you're dismissing the very person who learned those values from him and lived them quietly." The room stayed silent. She turned slightly toward me. "My husband left the service early because he was assigned to work that couldn't be discussed publicly. He never spoke about it because he was taught not to." A few people shifted uncomfortably. She went on, "Since then, he's advised organizations you rely on, protected people you'll never meet, and turned down recognition because that was part of the responsibility." My father's face changed. Confusion gave way to realization. She looked back at him. "He didn't come here to be praised. He came to honor you." No one spoke. My father swallowed hard. "I didn't know," he said quietly. My wife nodded. "He never told you because he didn't want you carrying that weight." The room felt different now, heavier, more honest. My father stepped toward me. "I'm sorry," he said, not loudly, but sincerely. I nodded. That was enough. We stayed for the rest of the dinner. Later, as the room emptied, my father hugged my wife first. "Thank you," he said. She smiled. "He learned silence from you." That night reminded me of something the military teaches early. You don't defend your worth loudly. Sometimes the strongest voice belongs to someone who knows you completely and chooses the right moment.